Hey guys, what's up? Aiden here, otherwise known as BarkingLynx, and welcome to the 7th episode of Let's Mine. As you all know, I am just running through my Let's Mines real quick to get them out of the way. So yeah, let's get this party started. It looks like we might be able to enchant another thing, and I think I might enchant or get to enchant pretty soon, so I think I might enchant a diamond sword. When I get the chance. So let's go ahead and get started. So what was I talking about last time? Last time I was talking about my play, or the play that I was in. Also, as because it was part of the class, I had to write a play too, and I ended up writing a play with a friend of mine who I actually really liked a lot. She was really cool. Me and her went to prom, and I'll talk about prom probably this episode too. But yeah, we both I decided to partner up with her. It was optional to be partner up with people, and I just decided to partner up with her because she was good with writing, and I just was good with ideas. Like I have kind of a creative mind, I guess, but I'm not good with writing or anything like that. Nor am I good with talking, as most of you probably figured out by now as you watch my Let's Plays. But I had an idea, and she was able to help me write it. I mean, I did write, of course. I didn't just, like, say, alright, here's my idea, go ahead and make it. I didn't do that. But I ended up making a play about a play. A play within a play. I think that's Hamlet, maybe. But I don't know why, but the biggest thing that I really wanted in the play was, I don't know if any of you have ever seen Eddie Izzard. He's an awesome actor that I really, or not an actor, well actually he's a voice actor. He did do Narnia, Prince Caspian, Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian. He was the mouse. But yeah, Eddie Izzard is a stand-up comedian, and sometimes he'll have a conversation with himself where he'll be on one side, he'll say some lines, and then he'll go to the other side of himself and say some more lines. And I don't know why, but I find that really hysterical. And so I wanted that into my play. And so I had what my play was about pretty much was just a guy who wanted to become really famous. So he was on Broadway or whatever. Actually, I don't think I ever actually placed him where he was. But either way, he wanted to become famous, and he had a big shot because a famous critic was going to come and review his play. And so he was like trying to perfect his play. He was being really harsh to all his actors, and so all his actors quit. So what's the next best thing he can do? Well, he can either cancel the play or act it out himself. So that's what he ends up doing. And so as part of the play, he'd have to talk to himself, and I wanted to do that, but unfortunately, it's really difficult to tell people what you want in your own head in writing. I mean, when we got our actors, because we couldn't act in the play ourselves, we actually had to get other people to do it if we wanted our play to be played. Some people didn't have to actually have their play played. You get extra credit if you did have it performed, though. Actually, I think that was the requirement to get an A, is you had to have it performed. So Yeah, I had it performed. And, what was I? Yeah, the people I had, because I couldn't do it myself, and if I sometimes hate working in group projects because, I've got to do it. If I have something in my head, then I have to do it my way. So it's really hard to tell people what I want, because it was something that I was in charge of. I mean, I had to tell them what I want. I mean, my friend who helped me out, she also had a say on what we should do and how it should go. I mean, I didn't just like say, all right, this is how it's gonna go. I did actually do a team effort with her. I just had the idea of what the play would be. But yeah, in the end, it didn't work out so very well because, I mean, trying to tell people to talk to themselves is kind of a weird thing. And I was trying to have them do a bunch of things, and unfortunately, the people we had didn't really like have time to practice or anything, and we couldn't really just like tell them, hey, this is what's going on, because none of them would be there to help. So. Or none of them were there to practice, so, I mean, I got an A. I think I got an A on it, so that was cool. Yeah, and I did not set my timer. Crap. I don't know how long I've been running this for. I'm gonna say 8 minutes. Yeah, I think 8 minutes sounds about right. I'm just taking a guess here. And I could be completely off. I probably am. But in 17 minutes, I'm gonna call the end of the episode. Anyway, I gotta really make sure I wish I had like a little timer in the corner for how long I record my segments or whatever. That'd be really awesome if I could do that. If Fraps would do that for me, that'd be really cool. Because, I mean, it has my frame rate in the corner, and it tells me what frames I'm running at. And that's it. And, I mean, it doesn't show in the videos that my frame rate. It doesn't show that I have a frame rate. So, I mean, they could do a timer. That'd be really cool. And really helpful. And same thing. So, what else to talk about? Yeah, my friend who wrote the one play that everyone really liked, I don't know why, but his grade was a C. And I mean, I think I understand why, because we had a certain criteria for how the play should have been written. We had to had scenes, we had to had parts and stuff like that. So, and he didn't really do that. He just kind of went with one scene. There was no curtain closing or anything like that. So I think that's why he didn't get an A. But I mean, it was such a powerful play that I would have given it an A if I was the teacher. But I mean, it's not my class, so. But either way, he still graduated, so that's kind of the important part about it, is as long as you graduate. Gosh, what else to talk about? I mean, there's a lot of stories that I can say, but some of them I worry about talking about because I don't want to hurt anyone that I know. I mean, that's why I kind of leave my stories nameless, unless it's me. I mean, I'll gladly embarrass the crap out of myself. And I mean, there's really not much... jeez. There's really not much that I need to hide, because, I mean, anything I talk about, it's in the past. I mean, I'm not a criminal, so... And I'm not ashamed of myself. I mean, I've had some rough moments in my life. I mean, negative thoughts, depression, stuff like that. I mean, it kind of runs through everyone at some point, and and I've had it run through me. I mean, but I'm not ashamed of it. It's just a fact. So, either way, what else? Okay, alright. Prom. I'll talk about prom. So the girl I was talking about who I wrote the play with, I went to prom with her. And I highly doubt she's ever going to watch these things, so, I mean, I'm not going to say anything bad about her, because there really isn't anything bad about her at all. She's a pretty fantastic person. I still talk to her every so often. But, yeah, so to first start out, so the one girl that I dated twice, in a week segment, she ended up asking me out to prom. And I kind of didn't take it really that seriously. I mean, I was like, okay, cool, sure, why not? But in the back of my head, I mean, she'd already broken up with me twice, and so in the back of my head, I thought, I wonder how long this is going to last. So I said yes, and then, sure enough, like 3 days later, she says, never mind, I don't want to go to prom with you. And I was like, okay. So I didn't go to prom with her. She ended up going with some other guy, so I guess that was kind of the reason why she didn't want to go with me. And I'm really glad she actually said, I don't want to go with you anymore. Because right after that, I had no plans for prom at all. Like, I was actually considering not going to prom. But then just kind of in my head, I thought, well, I can always ask my one friend. And she's a big Doctor Who fan like I am. Actually a bigger fan than I am, because she actually knows a lot more of the storyline and just kind of what happened. But the way I asked her to prom, because if any of you watch Doctor Who, right now the current Doctor is Matt Smith. He's alright. I like him, not as much as David Tennant, of course. But one of his lines is, bow ties are cool. And also, fezzes are cool. That came later, but bow ties are cool. That's a big one. And fezzes. Fezzes are important too, because that's also part of the story. So what I did was, since I knew she was a big fan of Doctor Who, I went online and got a fez. And then I also bought a bow tie, and on the bow tie I wrote prom on it. And then I took the fez, what's that light? What the? Oh, jeez! That was close. And then I took the fez, and I took the bow tie, and I taped it inside the fez. And that's how I asked her to prom, was I showed her the fez, and I was like, oh, check out what I got. It's really cool. And she was kind of excited about it. She was like, oh, that's really cool. And the way it was supposed to work was, I was going to say, yeah, it's really cool. You should check out what it says on the inside. And she would turn it over and read prom on it. Now, this is the real world. Things don't work out like they should. I taped it with Scotch tape, and so when I handed her the fez, the bow tie fell out. And yeah, so that was the kind of like, well, damn, it didn't work. So she saw it, and she just kind of smiled and laughed, and I think she laughed, I can't remember. But she said yes So that was really awesome, and we went to prom together. She was absolutely beautiful in her prom dress. I mean, just absolutely stunning. So yeah, I had a lot of fun going to prom with her. It was, gosh, prom was weird though. They had a, I'm not sure how to like say this, but they had, the theme was Casino Royale, pretty much. It was a Casino Royale James Bond theme. So, and it was really cool. It was a really neat party. They did a really good job with it, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I need a burn hole. Oh wait, I can't go this way because I already collected all the materials. Crap. I have to find a tunnel that I've already dug up. Next pool of lava I hit, I'll just... Yeah. It was a Casino Royale theme, and it was really cool. They did a really good job, as I said. Also, they had fantastic desserts. I only ate like one, and I'm so upset because I only ate one, and I should have ate a bunch, but either way. I wasn't there for the food, though. I was there having a good time with my friend. And, but when we were dancing, on the dance floor, there was this weird jackalope. Ah, darn it, another one. I seem to keep running into these things. Ah, forget it, I'll just kill it. But there's this weird jackalope thing, and it was really creepy, but its horns were in the shape of a gun. It was just really weird and completely out of place too. It was just completely out of place. Didn't make sense, didn't belong there, but it was just there. And so my friend and I just really laughed about that. That was kind of funny while we were dancing. And but yeah, I had an absolutely wonderful time doing that. And yeah. As far as I know, she still has the fez, so points right there for me, I guess. I ended up asking her out later, and that got a no. I mean, the time I asked her out, though, it was a pretty stupid, because, I mean, it was pretty stupid when I tried asking her out, because, I mean, it was too late. I mean, the school year was pretty much ending at that point. And, just, my timing couldn't have been any worse. So, yeah. But, either way, I don't regret pretty much anything with her. She was a really awesome friend of mine. And she still is a friend of mine. Can't forget about that. She is still a friend. So, yeah. Although it really makes you curious on what would have happened if she had said yes. It really just makes you pretty curious. But either way. So yeah, prom was great. Had a lot of friends to go with at prom. I can't remember what we did after prom. I think we went out for ice cream maybe or something, or I don't remember. Oh, no. Oh god. I'm not even sure if I should even tell this story, because if the person who actually does know what I'm talking about finds out I had told this story, they'd probably kill me. They're not gonna watch these videos, and I just won't tell them about it. But after prom, we had a after prom party. Something the school does so that they can make sure that kids don't go out drinking. And I mean, it makes sense, but either way. Well, it was an after prom party, and we went to a place called iFly, and it was really cool. A lot of fun. It's just indoor skydiving, pretty much. So, a really cool thing to do. And what ended up happening after the iFly thing, because this thing was like an all-night thing, so you were up till 5 a.m. The party actually ended, I think, at like 4 or 5, I can't remember. But gosh, I was so tired afterwards. I actually ended up crashing at a friend's house because I couldn't drive home. I was too tired. But what ended up happening at the last hour, there's a hypnotist. A hypnotist came by, and so my cousin volunteered to get hypnotized. And before, I wasn't entirely in the belief system of hypnotizing people. After my cousin was hypnotized, I am now a full believer of hypnosis. I think it works, and I think it's hilarious, because, I mean, I know my cousin a little bit, and some of the stuff that the hypnotist made him do, he would never, ever do in his life. And I don't care what you say about, like, just trying to please the crowd or anything like that. Never would he do it. So I just got to watch him make a complete fool of himself. And unfortunately, I couldn't film it, because if I could, I would totally post that online everywhere. That'd be my 1 million view video. It's just watching my cousin scream out, "I am the..." what did he say? "I am the queen of all fairies," or whatever. It was pretty great. So, yeah. I got to really enjoy that happening. Oh man, my axe broke. Oh well. It looks like I'm going to be coming up to the end of this video. Oh, hang on. Let's go ahead and get the rest of this coal. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me. I'll talk some more about the hypnotist next time, because that was absolutely hilarious. And I actually have some stuff that happened afterwards. Because I actually got my first, or well, not my first job, but oh yeah, that's something I can talk about too, is my jobs. Oh, and it looks like I'll be able to level up an item, so let's do that too. But yeah, it was pretty awesome prom night and stuff like that, so I wouldn't change it for the world. The hypnotist was, gosh, it was just hilarious. Oh, this is what he said. I am the king of all sugar plum fairies, or something like that. It's so hard to remember. I shouldn't have grabbed those, darn it. Anyway, but yeah, it was just flippin' hilarious, just watching my cousin make a complete fool of himself being hypnotized. And so now I'm a firm believer of hypnotism. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me once again in this episode of Let's Mine. I know it's going to be kind of a little weird watching I know it must be weird watching the Let's Plays along with the Let's Mines in a weird order, but either way, you guys will get used to it if you already haven't gotten used to it. So I think you'll be okay. Gosh darn it! I gotta make the sword, and then I can upgrade it. All right, 1, 2. But yeah, thanks for joining me. If you have a story you'd like to talk about, please put it in the comments down below, and tell me whether or not you want it to be or if you're okay with it being shouted out. No promises that it will be get a shout out. Fire Aspect and Unbreaking 3. Okay. No promise that it will get a shout out, but in case it does, just tell me if you don't want it. Thanks for joining me once again. Have a good one, guys, and I will see you in the next episode of Let's Play and Let's Mine. Have a good one. Bye.